This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you want to run ads on the channel. It's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Introducing Blanca La Fina, a dope artist. Go check out her new video, Private Dancer, below. Blanca La Fina, all links below. All right, so all the reports about BMF and the sales going, I mean, not even just sales, subscriptions, viewership, everything's going down with the BMF series, and it's because of Big Meech coming home and 50 Cent and him clashing, and then 50 Cent pretty much walking away from the whole situation. Now, he thought that Big Meech thought this was going to go out differently. He really thought that he was going to back 50 Cent in the corner because 50 Cent needed the show to be successful, and he could get his way. His way was he wanted to be executive producer, right? But unfortunately for him, it didn't go that way. 50 Cent resisted, especially when Big Meech decided to link up with his op, Rick Ross. Now, Akon's made all the excuses in the world for him. Oh, he didn't know. Big Meech was more tapped in than you think. He knows everything, okay? He knows that 50 and Rick Ross had beef. There's a reason why he did all this. But have you seen Rick Ross and Big Meech or Little Meech since this conflict? No. Rick Ross got what he needed out of the situation. Promotion for his car show, getting back at 50 Cent, stuff like that, okay? And, probably cost him a little bit of money, like 20 grand, 40 grand maybe, to give to Big Meech and get him through his day. But now Big Meech is backtracking, seeing that Starz is ready to drop BMF series. They're going to drop it all together, right? It's the viewership's way down. Little Meech, what's going to be his acting career after this? All he does is get into trouble. He just recently told on one of his friends in a cop video, he looked like a sucker in the airport, right? And Little Meech, his son, isn't, it's just like the money's going to run out, okay? And Big Meech, how many people are really going to keep supporting him? Even, it's like the excitement is gone. It's gone, okay? The excitement of him coming home is gone, okay? Grand opening, grand closing, quickly. I mean, it took like 3 months, and then now he's just a laughingstock in the internet. So he's trying to circle back with 50 and try to work something out. 50 is not stupid, but the deal has to be nice, okay? So I was thinking maybe there's a lot of options that could go on here. He could move on with the series with Terry, move the series from Starz over to 50 Action, and build up his catalog over there with newer content and moving people off of Starz onto his own subscription service for those shows, which would be very profitable. I think he's in business with Lionsgate for that. So we'll see if they can work this out. I mean, it is a good series, right? But, you have to be able to work with your business partners, and you don't want to be held up. Like, listen, Tammy Cowens worked out the deal for Big Meech while I was in jail. He wasn't even supposed to get out to 2030, but certain things happened and he got out early, right? Same with his brother. So now, and him coming home was probably the worst thing for his son. It's like the best thing and the worst thing, because it seems like his dad kind of spoiled some great things that were happening for him, and just so he could get what he wanted out of the situation. Like, he's being very selfish, Listen, bro, you messed your life up. You have a great story, but you messed your life up, and you sold your life rights to 50. So 50 really technically owns your life story. I don't know what you're going to do past this point. Rick Ross can't do nothing with you. 50 Cent owns it. So we'll see if they can fix this. But I assume that this series will get dropped in the next month or two from Starz. Starz is going to be rebuilding their catalog. Otherwise, they're going to suffer defeat and have to sell. So we'll see how this goes. And Little Meech continues to, blast 50, saying that Rick Ross did so much for his family when he did that song. That song was really good for Ross. It wasn't good for Big Meech. Yeah, okay, he dropped off some money to Big Meech's mom. What, 10, 20 grand? Okay, cool. he was making that night in Detroit when he performed. He was making more than that night. If he dropped off $20,000, I was just like, okay, yeah, be quiet about this situation, you know, because we already know what happened with Larry Hoover's family. They pressed him. GD's pressed Rick Ross and actually ended up costing him a lot of money with security and everything for a while. But it helped the song go up. Now, recently, we have Young Thug. We have this interrogation video that dropped. It dropped a week ago. It's getting hot now, okay? So the past 2 days, it's really heated up after Trap Lord Ross did a video about the whole situation. Now, it's mixed. Most people on the internet believe that Young Thug has told everything he's accusing Gunna of times 100. 100, okay? Times 100, okay? Now, also, he threw Gucci Mane under the bus in a 2-hour interview where he was having a buffet meal, okay? He might have had a 5-course meal while he was doing this interrogation, okay? He kept complaining about how hungry he was, and they gave him anything he wanted to eat, okay? Just to, you know, give him some incentive and get him comfortable to keep talking. Now, he told the cops that he was upset. He was still mad at Gucci Mane. Now, Gucci Mane's locked up at this time. This is 2015. Meanwhile, he's throwing Pee Wee Roscoe under the bus saying, hey, Pee Wee Roscoe, he commits crimes every day, bro. He might have shot the bus. I don't know, you know, but like maybe, you know, pointing the finger at him, right? Pee Wee Roscoe's on the internet defending him like he has daddy issues, as YSL Mondo said, right? But Young Thug says he's still mad at Gucci Mane for a bad record deal, right? In this audio right here.
Something I would have thought of a million times before I did it.
I got you.
Shit crazy, man. I'm still mad at Gucci like that.
Wait, is he still in prison?
What's he in prison for?
Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
He had somebody with a bottle. Old army man.
Look, he's breaking down all this stuff. Well, yeah, Gucci Mane's in jail for this and that. It's like, yo, just shut up, bro.
He had an army man with a bottle.
How much time did he get?
That wasn't here in Georgia, was it?
I think so.
In Fulton County?
What is it?
Now, you can't even say this is AI. This sounds just like Young Thug. And this is like a career ender for him, I would say, for most people. Like, because, I'm going to tell you why. They hold Young Thug to a higher standard than a Gunna. Gunna was an artist, okay? Young Thug was a gang member, okay? Like, for real, all right? And he was about that life. But this is how life kind of, like, he came out of jail, instead of shutting up and just living his life, you just as I think YSL Mondo said this, you just beat a Rico, and now you're coming out and going at Gunna, but you're not calling anybody else out that took a plea deal, like your brother. You know, Young Thug is, we're seeing a different side of him. Before he was more quiet and he shut up. Now we're seeing how, unfortunately, how stupid he looks at things. I thought Young Thug was a lot smarter than this, you know, honestly. You know, I'm a little like, wow. I was rooting for him to get out. I'm glad he is out for his family and everything. But it's like, dude, you took a long time to drop this album. You don't have this out. And now the interrogation video drops, and you knew you had that out there? You knew you did an interrogation and you're calling out Gunna? Bro, that's weird. That is weird. People are more and more disappointing. You know, I had a feeling, because, like, it's always the people that are the loudest and pointing fingers at snitches in this, that they'll cooperate the fastest. They will cooperate the fastest. Look, I wouldn't doubt if Little Baby got in trouble tomorrow and he had something to tell, I would have no doubt in my mind that he would say something. You even have his CEO P. He has statements about people. Like, these people are not clean. These people aren't who you think they are. Most of these people are out for survival. Gucci Mane kept it solid. He had nowhere really to tell on, but, like, at least he wasn't in there blabbing. You know, he shut up. Now, let's also get on with, we got YNW Melly has recruited Drew Findling. 50 Cent reacts to this. He loves Drew Findling. He says Melly gonna mess around and come home messing with Drew. That's the right lawyer. How is he gonna come home, 50? Have you even followed this case? The evidence is insane against this guy, right? The only reason one juror probably didn't he only got off by one juror. The juror probably liked the music or something. I don't know. But, like, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm not, like, rooting for people to go to jail. But in this situation, it's just, like, there's a lot of evidence that, like, he possibly took out his friends. I don't know. We'll see how that case goes. I mean, he's not even going to be back in court till next year. No, I think it's 2027. Wait, let me see. 2027. Drew Finley's going to be busy. He's making a lot of money off these rappers. 2020, Drew Finling, YNW. Oh, I'm sorry. 2027, YNW Melly. Trial delayed. 2027. That's a long time, man. I bet you Drew will get it pushed back up to 2026. But he has to fight Dirk's case in 2 months. So that's his next case. He got YNW Melly a good deal. The most he could get, YNW Melly, is a better deal. You know, most likely. Just like Lil Durk. Maybe they'll get him 10, 20 years. I don't know. You know, something where, you know, maybe they'll get him off. Maybe they'll be able to put the blame on some. I don't know. You know, it's just like, it's craziness, man. But anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to run ads on the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Introducing Blanca La Fina, a dope artist. Go check out her new video, Private Dancer, below. Blanca La Fina, make sure you go subscribe to her YouTube and go check out her video, Private Dancer. Go check out her TikTok and all her other links below.